Okay, guys, we are recording.
Fire.
This is Comedy 360, a round table that's not a round
warmer,
table.
you know?
About comedians, and this is what happens. Comedians talk over other comedians. Okay, so right now we're talking to Deece, who's from LA, and came here because there was not enough hot air or something like that.
I was living in Washington State for about 10 years in between. I just needed to be,
So you went from Washington State to wanting to be here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I love it here.
Yeah. Gee, what do you like? What do you like about it besides these wonderful people?
I moved here because I wanted warm weather, Latino culture again, and better taxes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Texas offered all those things that Washington.
You got the weather, you got the Latinos,
and better business taxes.
Better business taxes.
Absolutely,
Well, all right, that's enough to bring
I
anybody
can't have an
here.
abortion here, but you know.
Well,
you know,
I'm sorry. We were working on that. You
close
know,
to the border.
It's
for a day.
well, we're not border, but we're borderline. You know, most of us are borderline diabetics anyway. Borderline is perfect.
We're borderline.
We're borderline. Right.
No, I crossed that border a long time ago.
Right.
I'm diabetic.
Our baby baskets come with test strips, right?
9.0 A1C. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk credit
you always
scores.
gotta talk.
I know, sorry.
We don't talk credit scores here. We talk what are your
Well,
A1C numbers,
A1C
right?
numbers.
Credit. I'm still talking about a layaway.
Oh well,
I've got
yeah.
most of
He
them.
still has a layaway at Kmart, and it closed about 15 years ago.
But I'm getting
Bro,
I'm
I
getting the
just-
numbers out.
I just finished paying off Shaw's.
Shaw's. Oh my
I
goodness.
did. I just finished paying it
Was
off.
it
My last
Lynette's
payment.
ring?
It was my last payment. No, it was a gold necklace.
It was a gold necklace
Back in the day.
The one you already pawned,
That
and you were
one
had to pay it off.
had my
You
Z-Cap
had to pawn-
Reachies.
oh,
They went with it. Come on.
Shaws, I
Oh,
bet
did
you
you
felt some real redemption, didn't you?
It was right up there with my last child support payment.
Wow. Did you? What cologne were you sporting at the time?
Oh, Polo.
Oh, yeah.
Polo.
Polo.
I mean,
Morning wood.
Boy, that sounded. That's right next to Hai Karate.
Be careful how you use it.
That's
We
right.
almost broke the table.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Apparently I was doing that when I was 4 years old with a brick. I was going, hi karate, be careful how you use it. So,
Morning wood.
morning
Sounds
wood.
like
It's like morning flush. A little bit of morning flush. Morning flush.
Sounds like a real eye opener.
Well, yeah, I can brag. I can lie too. You know.
You were fighting them off, weren't you?
I'm beating I didn't mean to
I
go
know.
there.
We didn't. Yeah, we'll bleep that out, ladies and gentlemen. This is
My
not
dad,
a family
I
show.
remember-
It is
I remember-
now
With the
360.
With the stick.
Yeah.
With
With
a
the
stick.
stick.
Okay, I won't ask.
I remember my dad, he bought some cologne. He was all excited. He was like, yeah, Dad. He goes, got me some new cologne. I go, what's it called? Go get him.
Go
And,
get it.
and my mom, I go, what's your perfume called? Not tonight. A little behind the ears.
Oh, just drowning in that, right?
I don't even know where to look. I mean, am I supposed to look
No,
somewhere?
you don't, because
Oh,
this
you
is
don't?
rotating.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's spinning around.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Just think
I don't see it move.
spinning on the.
It's recording 360.
It's 360,
Wow.
so you've got every angle of you, Cleto.
Very, very cool.
Every
Do they even sell this at Best Buy? I mean, what is
know.
this?
This was Dollar Tree.
Okay.
$5 section. And the
Dollar
expensive.
Tree.
You know the rich people when you go to Dollar Tree and the ones that go to get the $5 stuff. Those are the people with money.
So how can someone see this right now?
I don't know. It's
It's
they're
secret?
doing a body scan
It's a
right
secret.
now.
Okay, I got you. All right.
You're gonna get a medical report after this. We're gonna
I
get-
feel like I should look at like iRobot, just
It's
like
an MRI.
scan my eyes, you know?
It's an MRI scan. It's yeah.
MRI scan.
Scanners. Let's talk to Bill. He's just being so quiet. This is Bill. We call him Bill.
Bill Williams.
Bill Williams, but
Bill
Bill.
Williams.
Yep.
Bill.
Where are you from, Bill?
I'm from here, from San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Been
So
doing-
you've got the Latinos
Mhm.
and the hot weather
Mhm.
and the good property taxes.
Yeah.
Business taxes.
Yeah.
Business taxes.
How long you been doing stand-up?
Next month will be a year.
A year. Wow.
I
How
will
you
tell
like it?
you. You
I
didn't
like it
bring
a
your
lot,
book?
man.
Did you bring your book?
What book?
Your little calendar book? He marks off every time he
Oh,
does a
no.
show. He has a goal.
It's on my wall. Like I got like each month is like this big, and so I circle every day that I hit a mic. So I'm trying to hit like 400 in 1 year.
With the shows and
Yeah.
everything. So
And
he's
plus open mics.
I circle every day. Don't think about killing myself.
goals. You cannot say
I never
comedians
put a
don't have
circle.
goals.
If I had to
We
do
have
that, I'd put a
goals.
circle.
We have goals.
That's a great idea. I do that with women's bathrooms. I'm up to 600 now.
How long?
And that's why there's a sign in his yard. No children
No,
500 feet from your
it's
house.
my Halloween sign says sex offender lives here. Nobody
go.
comes to get candy.
Nobody
for some
comes to get
reason.
no.
Keeps away the solicitors too.
Yeah. But the Jehovah's Witnesses, they just go past that, don't they?
Catholics are used to it.
Well,
They're
Catholics
are nothing.
It's a
We're
neat
going
little
there.
concept you got here because
We're
this is
going
something
there.
that we've been talking about.
Well, I know.
that happens all the
And
time.
it
Finding
happens.
someone that what, that's a
We
show.
can do that. And
That's
it
a
is
show.
a show because I want people to get to know these lovely people.
Mm.
Lovely people. I'm still in my work tone. Lovely people.
Well, here's the thing. If I
Yes.
can interrupt for a second.
Yes,
somebody
because you
said-
always do. So go
Well,
ahead.
yeah, I'm going to. Somebody said that's very important. You round table everything, and it goes out there.
Mhm.
This way, Cleto doesn't have to steal it on his own
Oh,
and keep it all
okay.
to himself.
There
and
we
use it
go.
in his routine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is for his.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So you know what? I won't be talking anymore. 'Cause I'll be writing.
Down the
That's right. Yeah.
down all the free stuff. All the free stuff. you throw up
If I
people,
throw a
right?
premise out there and I
Cleto
tag
said-
it and y'all tag it, I'll give you credit. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah.
credit
He's
for
never
it.
gonna put you on a show, but he'll
But I'll
take
give you credit. I'll give you credit on it. No.
Yeah, I heard this somewhere. Thanks for the credit. Cleto.
Yeah, it's so funny because I remember we would write jokes coming up and stuff, and there'll be that one comic that'd be like, "Oh yeah, I wrote something like that 2 years ago. I just brought this premise out of my head right now."
Right. You don't know my
Yeah,
grandmother.
you don't know my grandmother. Yeah,
Oh,
she's-
Cleto, I found a perfect shirt for you.
it's an
Instead of you
excellent-
see that shirt,
it's a Duex. Is that what you're saying?
well, no, that's my husband's
Oh,
shirt.
brag.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
brag.
bragging.
Got it from the Olympics.
Only two.
Only two.
Instead of the Mr. Steal Your Girl, it'd be Mr. Steal Your Joke.
Ah,
There you
yeah.
go.
the thing is, I don't steal jokes. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't think I've ever
He
stolen a joke
returns them.
before.
He doesn't steal them. He doesn't write them. I don't know what the hell he gets.
Yeah, they just come to me.
Osmosis or something like that, which is like Karnak. Like remember he would have the.
It's hackmosis, right? Cleto?
Hold on a second. Do you know what she's talking about?
Karnak, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember
Y'all know
Karnak.
Okay. If y'all don't know who Karnak is, please Google Karnak. The Magnificent.
I am old enough to have watched
you
Carson.
got people right now over there
Yes, I'm talking to
Googling.
them.
You got-
Googling. Now pay the wait till we're
You
done.
have people right now Googling
Googling.
CarMax.
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 Hey, I bought a car from CarMax.
Well, you gotta understand that people watching this probably don't even know who Jay Leno is, let alone
Oh, I know.
Probably.
Like
And you know
CarMax,
what?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I booked the Mexican Jay Leno, but he didn't show up.
Mhm.
So, no, Karnak was okay. So when I was little,
You know why? Because we weren't paying anybody
well, of
here.
course not.
He
He
got
went
his chin stuck in
You
the
guys are
door.
I was
in
like,
the drive-through.
he's like, nah, I'm not going. I'm still waiting for the chili dogs.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So when I was little, okay, my brother and sister were a lot older than me. They still are, by the way. And so I had to go to bed early, but whenever Karnak came on, my brother would wake me up to watch it because we would laugh. And my favorite one that I remember was he holds up the envelope and he says, Yasser Arafat. Do you remember that? He opens the envelope. He goes, what the sound Dolly Parton's bra makes when she takes it off. And I was little. My brother's like, go to bed. Go to bed. As if it was too racy, you know, to say bra.
Here you go. Roger, Elmer, and Billy Carter.
Mhm.
Name a mud, a fud, and a dud. And I guessed it when I was 15 years old, and that made me a hero. I was a
You
hero
were
to
a
myself.
hero
Yeah.
to yourself.
I got it right. Woo!
You were high fiving. You were like just bumping the mirror.
I got a Karnak. Woo! I was all excited.
And this is where where it starts.
Like, it's not Jeopardy. It's not a game.
Right.
Just trying to win that car.
It's all, there was nobody around. Everybody was asleep.
I could just see that. That's funny though. That premise that the CarMax. 204 Nissan.
Did you just say 204?
204. That's an old ass car.
Low miles. We're going to right on those
Garage kept.
The first
When they
Henry,
had one,
the first Henry Ford.
Model A stone wheels.
Model A, yeah.
the horse died, but the car's still good.
Model A.
Model hieroglyphics. That's all.
It's like
Then you have a letter.
chiseled in there. Yeah,
Flintstone.
it said like Red McGolds. Okay, so Cleto, you had something. We don't need to introduce Cleto. Everybody knows Cleto is
hello.
San Antonio fixture in San Antonio.
Like a pipe.
Like a pipe.
You are the Sunday Melendres of San Antonio.
Oh my goodness! I didn't say anything.
I don't know, but he's like the most famous.
Is Sonny Melendez?
Sonny Melendez is. That's a
You are
great,
the Peggy
no,
Coker.
no, yeah. It's a great compliment.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
You
I
are
was,
the Maury
you know,
Vasquez.
Well,
Sorry,
for
Maury.
Hispanics or Mexican or whatever you are, you brown something.
Yeah.
Brown sugar.
yeah. Rodriguez, I might give it away.
Rodriguez. I like the way he says it.
Rodriguez.
Got to roll the R's. If not,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Rodriguez.
What were you asking me?
I don't know what we you said. Let's save it for.
Oh no,
and
that
then
was
he
just
forgot, so.
because Louie and I go way back. I mean, when I
To
first
the
started
parking
doing
lot.
stand up, he was one of my mentors. So it's like 30 years later, and he's still here.
He's still here.
Mentos.
Mentos.
Yeah, right. So
fresh-
we were part of a sketch troupe, and I was telling him that I was talking about a little while ago, and this, I mean, it was one of my favorite sketches on there was one that he was thinking about was the Adam and Eve go to marital counseling, and but if you could picture, there's Kenya was the Eve.
Oh yeah.
And
I thought it was y'all. I was
No,
like, okay.
no.
Who was wearing the fig leaves? Where?
No, yeah, I was wearing a fig leaf, but I had
It was a bodysuit. It was a pink bodysuit or beige bodysuit.
I had
Excuse me while I
nude
put my mind's eye out.
bodysuit, and let me tell you, when I had to try that bodysuit on, I told the lady, "How do you put this on?" She goes, "You put your feet in here in that hole, and you put your other foot in that hole." I go, "Where do they go?" He goes, "Then you lift it up," and then I'm like, "I'll be dang if it didn't get stuck to my legs," and I just started picking it up, and then there was, and I kid you not, I came out. It starts with Eve, and then it has me walking out. I come out walking, and there was like a 2-minute laugh, and I was a little offended.
Yeah, like this isn't the.
This is not. I haven't even said anything. It's just me walking out, and they're laughing at me, and they're like, "Ah!" like that, and I was just like, I was kind of like, I think I almost looked at the crowd like, okay, you can stop laughing now. All right, let's get on with this
Well,
thing.
it was the size of the fig leaf. That's why they were laughing.
I told them
That's
extra.
poison
I
ivy.
told them extra large, and then they went with a medium.
Extra
Anyway,
Boy,
No,
are you
get
bragging? Are you bragging?
No,
That's the original sin
Get a
right
break
there.
here.
That's Adam's first line.
that was, yeah.
You beat the serpent on that line.
That was it.
Wrong
Sorry,
steak.
we just lost the group with the Bible.
I
Too.
know. They're trying to Google pictures of they're dressed like Adam.
Adam and Eve. Who's Adam and Eve?
Adam and Eve.
It's
So a long time ago.
It's an adult clothing store is what it is.
How do
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Yeah,
I think there's a
that's
lot of
right, yeah.
clothes that are sold.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
It's an adult anti-clothing store.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. It's lingerie and hardware.
That's right. Should have been called the snake, the cochino.
That's it. That's it.
Me and Ron Jeremy used to walk shop there.
Oh,
Who knows Ron Jeremy?
Yeah. Now who's bragging?
wasn't he in the Bible?
Yeah, Leviticus.
Leviticus.
He was in the one that's got Sodom and Gomorrah. I think.
Right. Yeah, for real.
Oh my gosh. I don't know whether to just keep laughing or apologize. I don't know. I don't know.
I think in paper, scissors, rocks, laughter beats apology.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Laughter.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Catholic. I'll just go to confession later.
There you
it's
go.
all good.
Put your $5, you're good.
Yeah.
I was
This is my penance, by the way. Sitting here with you guys is my penance. So
I used to
don't
be
hang around with
Catholic.
those people.
Maybe you didn't hear me, Padre.
Yeah.
That was me in my confession.
Where's the poor box?
Yes, right. In my confessions, it'd be like, Padre, maybe you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
I'll have $5 absolute.
Yeah. Maybe you didn't hear
How
my
about
buddy
that?
Ben.
The raffle tickets. It's always the raffle tickets.
Bring that carnival ride back over here, my friend. There
Bring
you
it
go.
back over.
I don't want none.
I don't want none. I'm sure you don't.
I gave up being a Catholic because I couldn't handle the guilt.
You couldn't.
Yeah, that was my whole
That's the only thing I got left of it.
Yeah. It's kind of like
That's when we were a long
stripped
time.
down.
That guilt hangs in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
that Pope.
It's still a little funny too. Still.
Yeah.
Speaking of lingering or lingerie, wait a minute.
Lingerie, in your lingerie.
Yeah,
In your lingerie. I
lingering
remember
guilt.
hearing a girl say, "Is that lingerie?" I'm like, "That's not lingerie." But we can
Guilt's
call
like a
it
bad set of luggage. You just can't get rid of it.
that. We need a rim shot in here, please.
Hello.
You take shots, rim shots. Yeah, that would be a good drink, a rim shot.
I'm sure there's one called that.
Yeah,
Ask AOC. She's a good bartender.
AOC.
Okay,
Now we're getting political.
I had to take it there.
How's she with chili
I'll
dogs?
take you there. How is she with chili dogs? I don't know. So since we have some more seasoned people on this side, I'm kind of in the middle.
You know, I love how she does that. More seasoned people.
We're
Like,
Seasoned,
wow.
you're seasoned, aren't you?
We're peppered
You're
and salty.
peppered.
What else?
I'm kidney disease stage 3. I'm low sodium. What are you talking about?
Well,
I'm low sodium right now. I'm like, you kidding me?
Well, when you're in your golden season, I mean, kind of
Golden
She's
season.
Right, your eulogy, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, really. Hey, man. She's
And
like,
we'll always
let's
stay-
start out with, I can't believe this whole segment's called Above the Ground.
It's that we're 1 foot in.
Yeah, 1 foot in.
This
Yeah.
guy's having
All
to
you
take
can.
mud baths. The doctor told him keys to the dirt.
Cleto says he's got a better A1C. Well, I have stage 4 kidney disease and chronic. I got you.
I you know what? I'll trump that. No, I gotta tell you a story. I gotta tell you a story about this guy. I gotta tell you a story about this guy. So
Are they scaring you in any way?
No.
This is your future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Run, don't
It's
do
the
this.
mirror.
Stick around. Stand up's gonna get you.
And I will be praying for all of you.
The ghost of comedy past.
We're stupid idiots rocking club. Hey,
Yeah.
kids.
Hey, kids.
Doing it for you kids.
You
So,
meddling kids.
bro, I gotta tell you a story about this. He wound up one day having a heart attack, and we're going to the hospital to go see him.
Just one day.
Yeah. One time, I remember one time in band camp, he actually had a heart attack, and
Actually,
he's there, and he in the hospital. I go see him, and I'm like, "Hey, Louie, what's going on?" And he's like, "Oh man, I can use this good cigarette right now." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I can use cigarette." I go, you had a heart attack. I don't think you should be smoking. And he goes, "Yeah, check my pockets over there." I'm like, no. And then finally, we're talking, and he goes, "Yeah, Danny Engel's supposed to come by." And then we hear the elevator, or we heard a door, or something like that. He goes, "Who checks that, Danny?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Quick, put the sheet over my head." And Danny comes in. I'm like, "Oh man!" And
You try not to laugh.
And I tried hard not to laugh. And Danny's like this. Danny's like, "What happened?" I go, "Bro, Roman comes out. He has a cigarette. Danny, got a light? He just comes out from the shade. Hey, Danny, got a light?
That's when we need a camera. You need.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you know. You're just always on. You know, as a comedian, he was just always on, and that was funny.
Tell him what you did to Roman. Roman is not here. Roman Garcia.
He's
in Florida.
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Like
he's a world traveler, Mr. Worldwide, for real.
Mr.
He is Mr. Worldwide.
He's running from ICE, but it's all right.
He's doing
That's in Florida.
Yeah.
He ran the wrong way.
So Roman, Roman had a heart attack also, and he had a real.
You do that to people.
Yeah, I just give people heart attacks. Don't hang out with me. And so he had a heart attack, and I went to go visit him. And as I was going, there was a lady. She was a janitor, and he had his door propped halfway open, and she was about to go in. I said, "Ma'am, excuse me." I said, "Can you do me a favor, a huge favor?" She goes, "Yeah, sure." I go, because she had the gloves on already, and I go, "Can you?" And but she was wearing like a gown, like a scrub gown, like they wear at the hospitals, and she was wearing that. And I go, "Can you do me a favor and walk in there and say, 'Okay, Mr. Garcia, we're here for your rectal exam.'" All right. And so she goes and she walks. She has the door open halfway, and she goes around. "All right, Mr. Garcia, we're here for your rectal exam." Okay. And he's like, "What? Your rectal exam? We're here for your rectal exam." "I had a heart attack." And she goes, "It's part of the procedure." And I could not. I'm like, I'm laughing. Then I come around and go, "Yeah, she's ready for your rectal exam." Go, "I'm sorry, man. Thank you very much. I gave her $5." He goes, "Dude, oh my God, you got me." I'm like, "Oh man."
Don't ever have Cleto go to the hospital or to your bedside when you're sick, because.
Well, he's no peach either, because I'm gonna tell you what he did to me.
Of course he's not.
I was here I am, COVID. I'm in the hospital. I'm in ICU. I'm like barely breathing. This fool comes and they this is before they started banning people to not go in ICU. He went to the window and he puts his stomach right up against the window and he's like, I'm with this mask.
With your last breath.
Oh man, I'm just like this fool. And then the nurse got mad. Just, "That's not a friend. I would get rid of him right off."
Oh wow!
Relax, lady.
You're like, "No, I owe him money."
Yeah. Relax, lady. Calm down.
We're comedians.
Those doctors so serious.
Yeah. So as serious as a heart attack.
Myocardial infarction, by the way.
Oh, okay. I
think Rose is probably the best. I next to you, Louie. Now that I think about it,
okay.
Both are right there with the quick lines.
Well, that's why I get along with her.
I could see that.
She's got that old school mentality.
Yes, I can see that.
And we never get off it's hard to get off the
phone. So that would make her season 2.
Actually, I am.
Yeah.
But I have
she's one of us.
I like your hair, by the way.
Thank you. You know what I had a kid tell me at school? "Miss, you blonded your hair."
Blonded. Yeah, boy, that's SAISD right there, boy.
Those West Side schools, man.
SAISD right there,
or the
boy.
little girl who said,
You didn't even have to tell me what district.
I know you know. Exactly.
Little advice.
What?
Such beautiful hair. Wash it every now
and
then.
I'm taking hair advice. Wait a minute. I'm taking hair advice from this.
Hey, look, I'll tell you right now, I'd give whatever I could to have his hair.
Well, yeah. Or his hair.
I'd love to have his hair. But right now, I look like the Nile River right over here. It's like, I can't even see it, man. It's like ridiculous. I went bald last year, Louie. I went bald, and my wife almost divorced me because I went bald.
Well, it reminds me of Canyon Lake.
You're receding. The waterline is receding.
I'm in Canyon Lake. You know, I'm starting to think.
Medina.
They would close the boat ramp.
Yeah.
I can't even breathe. Oh my God.
Keep the hand ready.
You know, I don't know who that is over there.
And there's my other
Let me tell you, Joe, let me tell you. I gotta give you mad props, brother. How long you been married?
23 years.
That's long enough. I have to give you mad props, bro. Seriously. I asked your wife a simple question. I said, hey, how many channels are on your network? You know, I got back, I like squirrels. I'm like, what the? I go, how does Joe communicate? How does Joe communicate with Stephanie? I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to give him mad props for that one. God bless his heart, man. Bless this man's heart. Because I can imagine him at home. It's like, what's to eat? You know what? Leprechauns are funny. I'm like, what the?
But you know what? He understands.
You know?
You know what? So do I.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I have no problem communicating.
What was it that when y'all started dating? What was it that you said? You know what? This is the one.
Because I said no 20 times.
I asked her to dance and she told me no.
20 times. I like she's on the other room. I asked her to dance 20 times. I said no.
First you don't succeed. Try again.
Try again. So Joe's thing is persistent. He's persistent.
Joe,
he lost the bet.
Joe, you're at a funeral. Come on. There's no dancing at a funeral.
Joe didn't propose on one knee. He did two knees. That's begging, sir. That's not even a proposal. That's straight up begging right there.
He just fell down.
Yeah, he just fell down. But when I got that message, I said, what the? I'm like, wait. I'm like, man, bless Joe's heart. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. Like, you know, Stephanie, no, I meant the channels on your network. You know, like, you know, the desert is really hot. I said, wow.
And then he asked me, do you know how many channels they have?
Yeah, I go.
He goes, finally a straight answer.
And I said, I was like, man, bless Joe's heart, man. I'm gonna tell him next time I see him. I'm a man. I was like, woo.
He's getting a real good Father's Day gift. Absolutely.
How long y'all been married? 24 years, you said?
23.
23.
Hey,
don't make him wait. So we get it.
At the end of July. Yeah, at the end of this month on the 28th, it'll be 23 years.
Oh,
don't be
see,
killing
he
him off so
knows.
early.
He's not like you're looking at her like, when? What? You know?
Yeah.
Those people go, long time. Didn't mean it that long.
She was doing
Yeah, she's got the window cracked. And
I bless her heart, you know, because she's like, right, because again, I can't really see out of this eye right now because I got that bubble in there. And it's like the same, you know, so I got this one good eye. I'm like this thing.
It's the camera.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I'd have a patch on if I could find it. I lost it.
You lost your patch.
I lost my patch. So
well, you didn't tell us. We would have all chipped in. I would have done a go patch.
Like
me.
I will tell you about it. No, I would tell you.
turn off the lights on this side?
Tell me about a patch. I've been telling you about chili dogs. I haven't seen nothing. Anyway, so now this one here, I'll go get you a patch.
I will get you a patch and a chili dog.
Poor Deece, he's been hungry since he got here.
I
can't even get it.
I'll go get something. I'm going to go get something.
Yeah, go get something. Take one that with you.
Hey, how long is this deal? I mean, how long is the deal?
Just down to 30 minutes if you want to keep going.
Oh.
And then.
Yeah.
How long did you tell her that she's going to be out there?
I don't know, but go tell her she come in. She's fine. Tell her she's fine.
She's going to be like.
Yeah.
Well, this side of the table's done 40 minutes already.
I know, yeah. Let's hear from them.
Yeah, we need to hear from you guys.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
They haven't lived as many
Years?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. It's like in dog years.
You know, I'm surprised we shouldn't just kick this in the testicles right
Well,
now.
that's okay. Let me go get my husband and bring him here. Just make it a party.
He's off Thor right now.
He's he's very Thor.
He's very
He's
Thor.
very Thor. My poor Thor. That actually happened. Where he got up and he was like, "Oh, Thor." He said that.
Speech impediment, or are you talking comic?
No, he said like that.
Let's
but
do
then,
Thor.
yeah, and then I used that. He's my favorite superhero. He's Thor. Because his back is Thor, his neck is Thor.
Okay, well, I got it. I got one of your jokes.
Yahtzee! Okay, let's hear from these guys over here. So,
All right.
all right.
What do you want
He's on. Finally,
Yeah.
finally, I get to say something.
I had a date, but I came over here.
This one time he had a heart attack. No.
Don't worry, if you ain't had one, you're gonna get one. And have it solid to the back of
Stay in
it.
the visit. Sir, what's your A1C?
Yeah, all right.
Who needs 2 feet?
I don't need it. Mine are all jacked up anyway, so.
There you go. Yeah, you get new ones.
New ones.
That AI body.
Prosthetic.
rock you.
Some prosthetic feet. Okay, with a remote, my husband will be making.
Yeah, just put little Roombas on the bottom.
There
You
you
can
go.
dance
That'll
it.
work. That'll work.
Well,
Okay.
Deece, I think you did everything backwards.
Why is that?
Because everybody in Texas goes to LA and then
Yeah.
first thing they go to LA. We start LA, come back this way. And
Well,
they had a trip to
yeah, you
Washington.
leave LA, come to Texas. That's like witness protection program. That's,
Well, you didn't ask what I did in the middle. So.
What did you do in the middle?
About
What
it. So,
Tell us what you did in the middle.
oh man, which time?
Okay.
Yeah, statute of limitations gives us a little.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
it's a RICO case. Gotcha.
for legal reasons.
I lived in LA. I grew up in LA, Long Beach, and I moved to Washington State, and I lived up there for 10 years. And then, I wanted to get out of Washington State. It was cold. It's where I live in Eastern Washington. There was a foot of snow on the ground for 6 months out of the year, and it just was.
You go to.
Well, who told you Texas was like nice and warm and comfortable and stuff?
Oh, well, I used to visit here all the time. I got family here in Houston. I almost moved here a couple times over the years. And then finally, after COVID, I was like, fuck it, I want to get out of here. I was over. I hated the way they dealt with it up there, and spent a lot of time down here during COVID. And was finally like, all right, well, I'm gonna come. Bought a house, and off I came.
You know, Texas is welcome to Californians around here. Get a rope. I mean, I know, because like I said, I always saw it the other way around. You go from wherever to LA, or
Well,
you go
even
to New
In
York.
and Out came over
Huh?
here. So even In and Out Burger came over here. It's like they all came.
Oh,
over.
I was so
we gotta bring
disappointed.
Texas a good burger. So.
You don't know my daughter's.
Who do you
In-N-Out
think has the
story.
best burger, being from LA and everything?
Oh, well, see, here's the question. Okay, here's the thing everyone always gets into. Because, like, people want to talk shit about In-N-Out because if they never have it and then
Right.
they have it, they feel like it's overrated. And here's the thing. It's not the best burger in the world. It's the best burger for that price point.
Yeah.
You will not find a better
I believe that,
$6.99
yeah.
burger,
I believe
double
that.
cheese, like fresh, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And also, it's a burger with just a basic accoutrement. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You put enough guacamole and bacon and schmutz and shit, barbecue and any fucking piece of shit bacon or any piece of shit burger. You got a fine burger. You know what I'm saying? So like people and also it's a cultural thing. People want to talk shit just because they hate California, so they like want to hate that there's they want to hate on their burger. I will say this: Whataburger is trash. Y'all fucking fucked up with Whataburger.
No.
That
When
shit
the
is-
people from
that shit is
Chicago bought it,
overrated.
it turned into trash.
That shit is
It was
overrated.
never-
Seriously, again, Whataburger is it's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not like I would never eat this and be like, I gotta have this.
Yeah.
I gotta have this $12.99
What
burger again.
a
you know?
burger.
Like, we love the stuff that's from here, though. Like, I mean, Bill Miller's isn't the best barbecue, but we love it.
I get that. I
It's
feel
from
that,
here.
and I love
Yeah.
that. Like I love that, but the vehemently fighting for like this is like
You're right.
like no you gotta fucking this
I like
is
Burger
your
Boy.
new Alamo. You're gonna fucking
Burger Boy. I had Burger Boy the
Burger
other day,
Boy's good.
and that is a dang tasty
That
burger.
is a good.
Burger Boy is good.
Burger
It's
They're
Boy
San
is
Antonio.
good.
They're from San Antonio.
Okay.
Now, if I had to, now if I like
I'd be back
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
place.
the best tasting burger, I there's this backyard kitchen has some of the best burgers I ever had in Poteet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
was
backyard
good.
burger, you got to go try that. This guy is
Is
a
that what we
culinary
did that
student.
show?
Yes, that we
Oh,
did that
they
show.
were good burgers.
He
They
has this
were.
spicy, sweet and spicy. I would never thought. I don't like stuff besides bacon and cheese in my burger or chili, but he
Somebody give him chili, so he shut the.
yeah he put pineapples and a sriracha sauce in there, and I tasted that thing and I said I'm not gonna like it. I can tell you right now. And he goes, try it, bro. Try it.
That's sweet,
man.
Yeah.
That blended together so good.
Now we need
it's my
snacks.
favorite burger on this
See, but that's the
planet.
type of thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is it the sweet and spicy, or how does that burger stand on its own? You know, what
On
I'm
its
saying?
own, honestly, the patty itself was pretty tasty. Then it's like again, it's to me like if I'm doing the whole burger, that was the taste that I had, and it was great.
Yeah.
But I like Chester's too. I like Chester's burgers
I like
also.
Freddy's.
I haven't had
Freddy's is good.
They're kind
The
of
patty
small, though.
is thin.
Yeah,
And it's real crispy on the edges, and they give you 2 patties.
the
And it's
flavor's
really
good, but it's just.
But it's like a little biscuit, isn't it? Like a roll or no?
I make my own.
But
you
it's
know-
like a steak burger, isn't it?
That's good. It's
So
really
it's
good.
like
I make my own. You know the little chubs that you get at HEB that say
Mhm.
80-40?
Mhm.
Well, I get one. It's 80%.
40,
Well,
120%.
I got
120% beef right here.
Now I know he's from California because single and Texas Jack County.
It's an SAISD.
It's that, what is that? What's that called? Quick math. What's that?
Base
Quick
10
math.
math system, that's pussy shit. We're going on base 12 math system now. It's fucking hard as shit.
He's taking his
Like the
shoes
metric
and
system.
socks trying to.
We're gonna have an algorithm here in a minute, folks. So,
We're fucking measuring beef in centimeters now or something.
They work it out. You
80-40.
Also,
It's
I just did the math wrong because. All right, pick it.
I was gonna say that's the funniest joke right there.
That's what I'm saying. Pick on my math because English was my favorite subject.
My good subject.
You took the Evelyn Woodhead sped ridden first. Remember that chicken joke?
They have those little chubs.
I
Speaking
think
of
he
little
just likes
chubs,
to say joke.
back to your costume.
Speaking of little jobs.
I think he just wanted
They
to
have the little 1 pound chubs.
1 pound chub, damn.
I'll get this out in a minute.
He said, speaking of Adam and Eve again.
That's called a callback.
Well, the
Ladies and gentlemen.
The visual, I'm sorry, I can't get that out of my head.
Oh, that's called a
Is it
callback.
cold in here? Anyway,
They have the little breakdown.
Somebody's having a
They
breakdown.
have like sirloin, and it's a
80-40.
usually 80-20.
That was so funny. You just caught that. You caught that. It's like, he's like this.
He's so right about that.
But he caught it so fast. I was like, I'm over here like, what's wrong with it? I was like,
Like Jethro, he knows his gazintas.
Gazintas.
Right, if 5 goes into 10 2 times. Gazintas.
So I was doing this joke about a little chub.
I'm sorry, the word of the day.
I
is
make my own hamburgers. I'm gonna get this joke out of it.
I know, yeah.
It's a Louie burger.
I make my own hamburgers, and I use the one that's 20% meat and 80% fat. I told the
It's
guy.
called the
at
mud-
HEB I told the guy the other day at HEB
That's
that.
what you wanted.
That's what I wanted. He goes, oh, and then he stopped. And he goes, hey, wait a minute. I go, just messing with you. Good morning.
Do you know what this guy did over here?
What an anticlimactic end to my joke. It's like, I hate
Flat,
that.
just like that burger.
I hate comedy.
So much funny to
I'm
him.
gonna quit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna quit.
you joke block me.
Joke block me. You joke block me. You joke block me. For those of you folks
I give
at
that to
home
you. I gotta
watching
give it to
this,
the new guy.
wondering,
What
what
do you
is
new guys
this?
to me?
I have no idea.
See,
We're playing along.
see, they have quicker mind reflexes than we do. I don't know, we're pretty quick. And Bill, your favorite burger?
I like Burger Boy. Pete Terry's is probably up there too.
My husband calls it
I
Pateris.
I had Pete Terry's once in Austin, but I haven't had it here.
Yeah,
No.
they're small, but they're good.
The Austin one's got an attitude. Other than that, it's all right.
The Austin one haven't figured out what gender it is yet. So.
It was the Pride Burger.
That's some California burgers you can get Austin. Yeah.
My husband calls it Pateris.
Pateris.
Oh, it's got a Pateris. It's like, why do you?
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. He calls it Pateri.
No.
You're talking burgers.
Go in the
Oh.
gutter. Go in the gutter. Okay. Anything else? What else are we going to talk about?
I thought it was your
This is
nickname at
fun.
home.
No.
A sweetie.
How was your show at Bamboo?
It was great. It was packed. Al was our headliner, and Deece performed, and so did.
How long?
Joe.
Oh, you've been doing it 1 year, right?
Yeah.
And you like it pretty good? You like
Yeah, I like it. I've been hitting it really hard, like doing mics every day. But yeah, I like it.
Cool.
He's
Yeah.
It
It seems
working.
real cool right now. Like everybody's real.
Who
supportive.
were your inspirations? Coming up.
I mean, coming up, like when I was young, like I watched like Def Comedy Jam and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like that was my stuff. Like Martin Lawrence back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like I would say, like my favorite all time is like Norm Macdonald.
Oh
like,
yeah,
guys out right now, I like Dusty Slay and Nate Bargatze and
Brigazzi.
Oh,
Yeah, I
That's
do too.
good.
yeah,
I really like him.
yeah.
He's good.
He's not going to say
Yeah.
Cleto Rodriguez.
Like he's
Yeah,
clean.
I know that.
He's clean.
I'm
He
waiting.
will
So
I'm
after
waiting.
today.
I know
I'm waiting it. I'm waiting for him to get to the
After
R's.
today, he will.
I'm waiting for him to get to the R's. Shh. Stop interrupting him. If you stop interrupting him, you might say it. No.
Well, I'm waiting for him to say me again.
And this dude.
And then do whatever. Whoever he is.
And this
Hey,
guy
good old heart
over
attack
there.
over here. Yeah. Good old 80-40 over here.
Mr. Chubb.
Mr. Chubb. Good old 80-40.
I'm not going to let that down for the
Oh,
rest of my
I
life.
know, yeah.
40, hey! Inside joke.
Just throwing it out there right now. I will say that at your funeral. I'll
Yes,
be
it
at your
will. It will.
rosary, and I would say, anyone want to say a few words? Yes.
Well, you'll have this because he's getting cremated. So he has that.
Oh, that's
What did I do?
We're gonna give.
We'll
When
put
you
it
got
in
2 kids, we're gonna give 80% to one and 40% to the other. And what we're gonna do with this.
Well, but first, we're going to go to the deli at HEB and have him put him in one of those Chubb tubes.
Yeah.
Rings at the end of it.
I tell you, you cremate Louie, it's gonna be like 100% Benson Hedges. Was that what was this pack with marbles?
Marble Light.
Marble Lights, yeah,
100.
100. Yeah, don't get them the Salem. They'd be like,
No, my dad smoked Salem. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Back
that's the
in
key
the
word.
day.
Smoked.
smoked.
Smoked,
Yes.
yeah.
Smoked. Yes.
All right, bring it down. Bring
See,
it down.
back in the day, kids could buy cigarettes.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that.
so there I was in a brownie uniform with no front teeth, going into Stop and Go saying, I'd like a package of Salem Lights, please.
I'm trying to get my lung badge.
I was getting my emphysema
I'm
patch.
trying to get my lung badge.
I'm up to 2 packs a day.
One more pack, I get that badge.
I'm outside in my uniform going. Trying to get the-
Yeah, you know my
Got any matches?
good old mama wants those camo filters.
It's for a
And that was the
science
voice.
project.
That was
Yeah.
the voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and then it was like,
And
get up, oh,
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s, that's the one voice you heard a lot.
Yeah.
hey, go get me some smokes.
Yeah.
Go get me some smokes.
I think you're good with smokes.
No, I need some more smokes.
What was that movie? And they went to the Philip Morris factory. And what's his name? Michael Moore?
Went on a field trip or something?
Yeah, no, they went over there to talk to the CEO and they're calling him down. And it was Christmas time. And the CEO comes down and they all pull out their
No.
la 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 la.
Damn, that's hilarious.
Get him out of here! They were like,
That's funny.
it was funny. They went and they filmed it. They said they want to carol for him, And they were like, well, no. So they call him, okay, I'll go down there. And he goes down there. They're like, dang, no.
Wow.
That was so.
Wow.
Man, what a great
Yeah,
interview.
that was awesome. That really
Who did that?
I think it was Michael Moore, that guy that does the documentaries
okay.
and stuff. And he got these people together with their little tricks, and they went to Philip Morris, and then they asked the guy to come down. Oh my gosh, that was smoking was everywhere. And then I'm thinking of remember Lyle and Han?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. You had to call into this radio show. They were crazy, but you had to call in if you ever like lied to someone or something, or misinterpreted something. I mean, misrepresented yourself or something like that. And this guy calls in. He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I don't smoke, but my friend does. So I was saving the labels, and I mailed them in, and I won a trip to Marlboro Country, wherever that is, in
Salem, North Carolina, or
somewhere like that." So he gets there and he goes, "Yeah, and I got to tour the factory. They give us all this swag, all this stuff." And he goes, "But I don't smoke, but I got a free trip." And he goes, "Man," and Steve Hahn goes, "Man, that's bad. That's like to the left of emphysema." And he goes, "No, it's in North Carolina." I was like, "Oh my God." And the guy, "No, really, it was nice." And they were like, they kept joking with, and he had no clue. It's another SAIC.
I collected Marlboro Miles. I don't know if anybody remembers
Marlboro Miles.
Oh, I had the backpack and the lighter. I had all kinds. I had a
flashlight.
I like how it's always like outdoor camping gear. Like nobody smokes this many cigarettes. Outdoorsy.
Exactly.
No one's fucking walking the fucking tea trail.
I got the Vice Colorado.
Maybe they'll die out
But
there.
no, but
You need to get them like a cart for the oxygen tank.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's what these
Something
miles should get
practical.
them,
Yeah.
But Louis over there, 2 more packs. And I get that flashlight.
It was like that. And then
You want to go out, Louis? No. I got to finish. I'm working on a project.
we were beggars watching people smoke, and you threw out that pack out the miles. Everybody walking around with packs of cigarettes with the thing cut out because they wouldn't wait. They wouldn't
Wow.
wait.
It was a different time.
Remember Let's Go to the Races?
Oh, gosh,
Candy
yes. Yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
Oh, I thought that's when Dad used to chase me around with a stick at the house. When he let me out of the closet, I did the duct tape and
Wait, you came out of the closet?
he let me out just long enough to burn my arms and burn my legs with cigarettes. He was a loving dad.
Oh, those lovely 70s back in those days.
Well, speaking of the 70s and back in the day, I was just telling this story the other day that I remember when I lived next door to my grandmother. I was 5 years old, about to go to kindergarten. And I remember when I got to kindergarten.
That was the best 4 years of your life.
Yeah. Let me tell you they taught me about 80-40. And
you had a good teacher.
I did have a good teacher, a gritty teacher. I was there, and actually, I think it was 6. I was going to 1st grade, and I remember I lived with my grandmother. I mean, I lived next door to my grandmother. My grandmother spoke nothing but Spanish, so I spoke nothing but Spanish. I came out speaking Spanish.
Really?
Yeah, nothing but Spanish. And then until I got to school, and back in the 70s, they had this thing about English.
Yeah.
You had to learn
and
English.
It wasn't very popular.
And
it's back, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
There's no.
Yeah.
There was no dual language.
Yeah, there was no dual language because they frowned on that.
Can't drive your truck no more, Cleto.
I was like, I went ahead and I remember it was they would tell me every time I spoke Spanish, I had to go to the principal's office. And I was getting in trouble, every time I spoke Spanish. When I was trying to learn A, B, C, E, B, B, C, D, and I'm trying to learn. I was getting frustrated, and I'm like, man.
He looks at the principal.
I'm trying to learn the English. and y'all keep spanking me. Because back then they gave you paddles every time, and it's like if you did not, you kept speaking. They thought I was being rebellious. I'm not trying to be. I don't know that stupid word.
It's just stupid.
So finally, and I'll never forget. I go, and then I did not go to school on Wednesdays because it was enchilada day. You're not gonna get me saying enchilada. What do you want? Nope, I'm not going.
They're in line with a battle.
That was Mexican day, enchilada day, and I said no. They ask you hot dog, enchilada. Nope. I had hot dogs the whole year. There was a chili dog. Yeah, I had. That's why I like chili dogs so much. Oh man, they spanked they beat the English into me.
Like public regulars. Public
Yeah,
yeah.
They beat the English into me. I don't speak my Spanish now.
He's afraid to.
No, I'm afraid.
They spanked it out of him.
Yeah, they spanked the Spanish out of me. I'm like, you know what?
He's illiterate 2 languages now.
Yeah.
By the way, folks, this is the trauma section.
Yeah.
The trauma portion.
This is an intervention.
Intervention.
This is help let the back to Spanish.
Corporal punishment was alive and well. And I will tell you, I remember kids getting paddled, and they would say, "Just paddle me, coach, but don't call my house."
Yes.
Don't call my house, because then I'm gonna get.
You get it worse at home.
Get it worse at home.
Yeah. There was no timeout. There was no. I'm gonna call.
Talk about your feelings.
Yeah.
There was none of that.
No.
We got licks.
I wish they
It's
had
all
that
breathe.
when I was coming up. Like
Rainbow breathing now.
about what's really inside. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's
talk about
yeah.
Shoot.
Everybody.
My dad would spank me first, and if he felt bad enough, why'd you get in trouble? Now you're asking me. You should have asked me before that. I'm good. I already got the spanking. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, corporal punishment was alive and well. But kids straighten up.
Back in the day, it's when your dad. It's like back then you could almost spank some people's kids, like at HEB.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you know what, man, I'll take care of that for you if you need me to. Like my dad will volunteer. I got a belt right here, man. If you need it, a couple of times.
Those are tickets. You want to see that?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Thanks for bringing all this up, bro.
Did you get spanked?
Cheaper in therapy.
Growing up?
Did you get in the way?
Shit, my mom. Well, I talk about on stage, but my mom used to beat us with ping pong paddles.
Mm.
Yeah, and I talk about on stage. I go, I didn't realize till years later, and I was an adult, but we never even had a ping pong table.
I was about to say, man, you're rich.
No, we don't have the paddles.
Wow.
The fun part of the paddle just to beat the shit out of us with, I was like 35 before he hit me, and I was like, and I was talking about it one time to someone, and I'm just like, they're like, oh, you guys have a ping pong table? I'm like, no. I'm like, oh shit, that makes it more.
That makes it.
This one thing out is just a weapon.
That
So it's like on the grocery list, like bread, milk, paddles, ping pong paddles. Like
You better be glad you didn't have a baseball field.
yeah, right.
No, I grew up with 2 Catholic parents, man. They were no joke, Latina mom will fuck you up.
My mom was the pincher, but we called her the gauntlet because when me and my brother, one day we broke a window and she'd stand at the door and we get in trouble. She'd say, get inside. She'd be there with she would pinch us, but I'm not talking like, hey, St. Patrick's Day, you're not wearing green. No, not like like that. I mean, she would get your gun in, just twist that
Get underneath.
and just turn get you, and then you're running, you're like, no, and then you just walk in there, and then you go hide under the bed because we would hide under the bed because my dad come home and he'd get the belt and we'll be so afraid of my dad. We hide under the bed. It was 3:00. You don't get out till 5:30. We're under the roach feathers in my face, and, dust and everything. Hungry hippo. One hippo don't even open his mouth. Just trying to keep busy, and then we heard my dad. What? And that's all we heard.
It was over.
And the first one next to the wall was safe, and that was me. My brother, I had him right here, and I'm holding him, and I'm like, come on. And my
The
dad will
shield.
get the belt, and he get the belt, and he's like swinging under the bed. And I'm like, and we're just like, ow, 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 ow. And then he got smart, and he let the buckle part go, and he swung it, and he got me right in the knuckle. Go tell my brother, you're on your own, man. Get out of here. Ah. So now I'm bleeding, right? And my dad goes, all right, you guys got to get out of there sometime. And he left. And I was like, my brother goes, oh, that wasn't too bad. For you, I'm bleeding. So then my dad, he got my brother and pulled him out. Wow, got him. And then he told me, you got to come out of there sometime. I go, no, I don't. My brother over there feeding me like a refugee, and food and everything. And
It was last Thursday, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know.
Crawled out.
I want to know what the statute of limitations is for calling CPS.
Shoot. What was that
There
joke?
was
That,
no CPS.
I used to love that joke Rick had. The you can make it to the phone. You can call anyone you want. That was awesome. That joke. That was funny.
So, Bill, were you ever beaten? Extension
No.
cord?
I know you were beaten. He's all, no, I had a good
We're really
childhood.
sharing now.
I'm afraid to talk about my childhood because y'all will just like kick me out.
Well, we won't let you.
Well, we already know you bought cigarettes at 7. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that's
it's
true.
like, you
Yeah,
know.
my dad did leave me in the car. And it did roll down the hill into the Hillcrest. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I rode down to the
Yeah.
truck down to 410.
Yeah, my dad left me in the car and I hit the gear shift and I don't know why he had it on. Back in the day, I'll just run in to get something.
Why would you even let a woman drive? That's my point.
I wasn't even a woman then. I was like 3.
She's all, I was just minding my business with my cigarette. I don't know what
I
happened.
was listening to the radio with the novel.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened.
Okay, it's time. Bill has. Does
Yeah,
anybody
go ahead,
ever
Bill.
seen The Lord of the Flies? Bill has the conch. Okay, you
Hey, you should get that checked out. You got the
I got
conch.
the conch.
There's a cream for that.
Isn't that like?
That just sounds
I
nasty.
know it
You got the
does.
conch. I'm like, wow, that sounds
Hey,
ugly.
I didn't write that movie or the book. Okay, go ahead.
Wrote that joke though, the conch. Keep it, Bill. It's yours.
Just kidding.
The conch.
Okay.
But no,
Keep
I
your
mean, my
conch.
mom was young and it was just us. So, like, I was mostly raised by my mom. So,
And she loved you?
Yeah, I mean, I was her first
Oh,
born. So,
so
How many brothers and sisters you have?
I got one brother, 2 sisters, but
Any
yeah.
of them get beat?
No, because they were even after me. So no.
And
my
you grew up
grandma-
in San Antonio?
Yeah, like my grandma would get a switch every now and
Not
then.
everybody's beat, Rose. It's like, Rose, come on, you must have got beat.
Yeah, and they were Catholic too. Like I went to Catholic school, all that.
Okay, then maybe Rose is right. Maybe Rose is right.
Yeah.
How much time did you go?
In Catholic school,
Yeah.
just elementary.
I did.
Where'd you go? St. Paul's?
Christ the King.
Christ
I'm
King.
better
How about
than
Oh,
oh,
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
It
serious.
was in
School.
California, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Sister Mary
I was an
Magdalene.
altar boy,
you know.
the whole thing. I used to read.
Really,
the
really?
gospel
And
before church.
the answer?
What?
You were altar boy? Yes, no.
No, they didn't even try.
Okay, all right.
He's all offended. I don't know what happened. I thought I was a pretty good looking kid. I don't know what happened.
I wore the opposite shoulder robe, but just nothing.
Nothing. They didn't even try to get me done.
I had the high karate and Old Spice. And,
I'm all Lord forgive us.
hey, I got confession on Saturdays. So.
He's all, maybe you didn't hear me, Papa. You know, Benny Ben.
Really
for
bad.
the carnival.
I'll take 10 raffle tickets.
I'll say 10.
And throw in a barbecue plate.
That's funny. That's funny.
Throw
Right,
in a
to-
barbecue plate.
Rewind that for Rose. She's gonna write that down.
I will. Go again. Just keep talking, Bill. Keep talking. I'm
No, that's
listening.
it.
I'm listening.
Are you married, Bill?
No, I'm not.
No. Are you married,
No.
Deece?
Because they're smiling. You see that?
I noticed none of them have gray hair either. I was
And
like,
no one
and they
is
both
waiting.
have their hair.
No
so,
one
you
is
know.
waiting in the car.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
by the way, Stephanie wanted me to tell you to call Lynette. I'm like, do you know we're filming, right?
Yeah, really. Oh, great.
So,
Right now, really? What in the middle of this?
Oh, well, I
We're
mean,
not speaking that.
that is my ride.
yeah, that is your right. Well, I can at least get you to the bus stop, but I can't take you home. So, He was one of my favorites back in the day. When all the, not that I didn't like boys, but when all the girls had like posters of Sean Cassidy or Leif Garrett, I had Steve Martin with the big fish in his suit, said best fishes. And yeah, that was me. I was the one checking out joke books from the library. Yeah.
1979, before y'all were born.
Mhm.
I was born in '79.
Really?
He came to a concert here in San Antonio, and we got to see him. And a group of us went together and bought the arrow.
Oh, the arrow through the head. Yeah.
He gets up there with a banjo, and he's like,
It was so good.
But when he's jamming, and he's just getting into it. And then they turn a spotlight right on him, and he's like this, and the banjo's still playing. You're like, you're just rocking, you're just knocking it out.
I loved him on when he'd be on Saturday Night Live.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you.
Do you remember when he would walk on stage and go, "What the hell? What the hell is that? What is that? What the hell is that?" And he would just stand there for 5 minutes going, "What the hell is that?" It was so
Who's
funny.
that?
Steve Martin. What the
Did you see his
hell is that?
the special he had with what's his name? Martin Short.
Martin Short.
You
Oh,
see
they're
what
awesome.
you see the song he wrote? He goes, "Oh, I just wrote this. I want you to help me sing it." He goes, "You wrote this today?" He goes, "Yeah, I wrote it today." He goes, "We have been friends for so long. We have been friends for so long. You are the most talented guy, and you're in every movie, and I love it." And da 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 da. And then he comes back with, "You're so right. You're so right. You're so right."
Oh my gosh, they're funny. I used to remember Saturday Night Live, King Tut.
Mm-hmm.
King Tut.
The good
Could do
episodes.
the whole, yeah.
The good episodes.
Could have won a Grammy, buried in his jammies. Yeah. But I actually, I want to, I've got to look at, I don't know if Amazon sells a Rosanna Danner wig, but I have been doing Rosanna Danner for a very long time, and I think she needs to debut. So,
Gene Wilder was doing it too. That's
not no more.
For a reference, they were married. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
You can keep that on the table.
I don't
wasn't a
think.
sin.
I don't think it matters.
Well, yeah.
That's why it's 600 bathrooms.
Oh boy.
So comedy goals. Goals. What are your goals?
Overdose before my sex scandal breaks. Probably.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's a good order. That's a good goal to have. I like that.
Finish up my blow in the room.
Yeah.
I was right about the cocaine.
And,
not anymore, not anymore.
And go bomb a ping pong paddle factory.
Yeah, comedy goals. Good question. I don't know. I mean, I've
Take a look.
No, I mean, I can't. I've done. Honestly, I've done so much that like I'm pretty. I mean, I'm happy. I get to do this for a living. I've
Thank you,
been
Stephanie.
touring all over. I've filmed specials. I've been on school stuff. You know, I'm like I just more what I'm doing. It's it's great.
Keep doing it.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything specifically that maybe if I could, I want to host The View. That's what my.
Oh, there we go.
That's
And yours is more tangible than mine, though. 'Cause I always wanted my goals.
Hey, Deece, please.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm
I
trying.
think you would be great.
Yeah,
Send in a little tape.
I-
Send in this one, by the way. And
Yeah,
we'll
this is
give you a good-
Look, by the way, folks, you're watching the pilot of 360.
right.
And the
Pilot.
first, and probably the last
It could be.
show.
It could be.
You did a pilot, didn't you?
How many? A lot.
No.
Don't anybody say Pontius Pilate because the Catholic will get.
No, I'm talking the one with American Airlines. Him and Cleto had a thing going.
Hello.
Oh, well,
She was,
this is your
I
Catholic.
mean, she was beautiful, but she was 70.
Well,
I was 20 at the time.
Leave your IQ out of it.
slimy.
You know what my IQ is? 80-40.
That's what you call a recall.
Oh man. Well,
A recall to a recall.
I think Deece should be on the View.
I'm
think he
trying.
should.
I'm me. I want just me and Joy and Whoopi because I want to keep the worst
Yes.
parts of it. And I just.
Oh my.
I'm sure they'd have a field day with you and you with them.
Oh, I would. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's like a threesome right there on the View, right
That's right.
there.
That's a real devil's triangle.
That would be. See, and I think that's more attainable because you could probably find a way, just keep working on it.
Sure.
My goal was to be on Saturday Night Live since I was like 11, and yeah.
Well, mine was shoot. My luck
Mine
was,
only way is make a wish and then
well, you was crazy. You was
just
crazy.
shave my head or something.
Well, I'm with you on that, but you know my luck. I would have got stuck in those years where they weren't funny.
Yeah, no.
Because they've had
They've had it's
good ones
pretty
and
good
bad
now,
ones,
but
you know.
it's not like the beginning one.
Yeah, the beginning, which is that's
The
what-
first
yeah.
ones were, man. Have y'all seen the movie about SNL?
Yes.
It is good.
It's
How
really
they only let them do it to hope that they bomb so they could just take them off the air.
Wow. That's still
So
Wow.
yeah.
I saw
Sorry to ruin the plot.
I know now I'm not gonna see it.
I saw the
Go
one
watch The View.
about SNL. I saw
Not
the one-
SNL.
Oh, it's S&M?
Got his attention.
Oh,
Now you think about that corn dog again.
chili dogs.
It's
Chili
Chub.
dog, I'm
It's
sorry.
the chub.
Chub.
It's the chub.
There's the
Boy.
goal right there. His chili dog. That's
Boy,
his
I
goal.
was trying to stay out of the gutter.
Mm-mm.
You're
You
like-
got to clean comedy. Come
Mm.
on, you are the clean. I always say
Well, I take
there's
a
clean
bath. I
and
mean,
there's
that's all
Cleto
that matters.
clean.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No.
That's you need to like go around to like like check the restaurant. It's clean.
Well, how many?
It's Cleto clean.
Didn't you say you had like 600? Where you
See?
signed in
See what I
the
see?
restaurant?
See what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? See that? I don't know. You see that? Yeah.
Oh
She says, Cleto has to check the restrooms. 600 of them. That's the movie, 600. I love it.
It's a double feature.
We are sponsored. We are sponsored.
Wow, that AI.
You know what? I just want Stephanie to come to my show and just for
I know.
forever, just be
We will
you,
pay
Stephanie.
you.
Just
We
be
will
you.
pay you.
And just out of nowhere, oh, who likes sawdust on the floor?
Popcorn, peanuts.
We had a lady. We had a lady at the show I did at Woodlawn a couple of weeks ago. What was it? A couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
We were there, and this lady goes. I said a bit about a joke about Rudy's Fish, that I love going to Rudy's Fish and all this stuff. And out of nowhere, I go 2 jokes down, and all of a sudden I hear, "You didn't try the George Hill special at Rudy's." I don't know, out loud. I know it. And then in the middle of the theater, and I'm like, "Okay, Mama, you're 2 jokes down. Don't worry. We're like Breckenridge. We're like the train's
Come
coming
back
around again. Hold on, we'll be right there. Hold on, hold the bar. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right there." And then I found out Stephanie was at that show.
Yes, she was. Maybe it was her.
Was it you that
Yeah,
said
but
that?
then she snuck
Stephanie,
out.
if you said that, Stephanie, oh my God.
She and that's why she ran out of the theater.
Well, you remember hearing that lady, right? You remember hearing that lady?
She
She
texted
said that.
me, "I'm running
nowhere.
out of the theater." I didn't know why. Now I know why. We're infringing on Bill's time. Bill.
Yeah, sorry, Bill can't even get a word out, man. Bill, I'm gonna get more food.
He's
Whatever
all
you
starting
say.
his car. Damn it!
Yeah.
I had something to say.
Go ahead, Bill. I'm not
Comedy
saying
goals.
I mean, I'm like really so new. Like I'm just trying to get better, trying to stay with it. Just hit as many mics as I can and get booked when I can. I mean, really, that's it right now. Just trying to.
This
Expand
thing
my
right
time.
here, your career's gonna explode.
Bill, let me just tell you right now, comedy's overrated.
Comedy's overrated.
Comedy is overrated.
Yeah.
We just do this for ourselves. We don't have friends. I mean,
I don't even think we call it comedy anymore.
no.
Let me show you what your pay looks like.
At least you got paid.
Yeah. We would, when we first started doing gigs, you know, like everywhere else you do gigs, it's like bar gigs or whatever you get with.
Yeah,
remember the first, do you remember your first gig you did?
Yeah.
What was your first gig you ever did?
I mean, the first book show I got.
Yeah, book show.
Tank's Pizza with Ryan.
Oh, okay. What did you get for that?
Like $30, I think he gave us.
$30.
Yeah.
Man, you got a lot.
You probably remember this. He had booked the show at the what's that place called next to Bud Jones? It was a bar.
Oh, the Wild Turkey.
Wild Turkey. He goes, hey, he booked me. It was my first paying gig. Edmund was there too.
Yeah.
And he goes, I got a gig for you.
Everybody came through there though. A lot of people came through.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you.
We it was like one of our first starting spots. It was right before the Afterburner.
Yeah.
Because then he booked me the Afterburner the following 2 weeks. The following week goes, man, you did really good. The turkey. You want to come do the Afterburner? I'm thinking, I'm telling my mom, I'm on a tour. I'm on a tour. And she goes, where are you going? Out of town? Where? I go, no, I went from Bud Jones, Southside Wild Turkey to Afterburner by Lackland.
It's a straight shot.
Yeah, by Marbach. And I'm excited. I'm like pumped up. I'm really pumped up. Like, it's my first paying
It's
gig.
a road trip.
It's a road trip. So Louie tells me, he goes, hey, I got this gig at Wild Turkey. It pays. It's gonna be your first working gig. And I said, yeah, it's my first paying anything. Because I was doing nothing but open mics. So I go over there. It was like a biker bar at the time, like a biker bar, right? Kind of like there was a lot of bikers there. Yeah. And I'm like, what possessed me to wear a suit, like a tie, in that biker bar? I'm like, what the kind of gig is this?
I thought it was TABC.
They thought I was an attorney.
Yeah.
So I walk in and I had a great set. It was an okay set, but for me, everyone thought it was whatever. I get off stage. He goes, "You go up yet?" I just got off stage, and he would always tell me that. When are you going up? Like, I just did. So.
Maybe they were laughing at the tuxedo.
So no, it was a suit, and so. Maybe they're laughing at you. So I remember getting to that was my first paying gig, and I go, what is this gig pay? He goes, $5 and a beer tab. $10 and a beer tab. What is something like that?
Something like that.
Something like it's $10 and a beer tab. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
$10 was a lot of gas.
I was gonna frame that $10, but I needed it for gas. I said, no, I gotta use this. But that was my first paying. You remember your first paying gig?
Well, it was at the San Antonio Comedy Club. We're going way back. Way back before even.
On 21?
No.
Days of Allah.
Days of Allah.
I remember that. I wasn't in the
I was just on this side of people like Bill Hicks and all those guys, and Andrew Dice Clay played there and stuff. Those guys. I was just
so did what's his name?
Yeah. That's what I remember. I remember the best money I ever got. It was $20 a minute. That was cool.
A minute?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was cool.
How many minutes? 5?
I did 15 minutes, and they flew me, gave me accommodations.
Really?
Yeah, I was going like, now this is the pay. I was like, Bob's like a big dog, but that's okay.
What was your most memorable gig?
Oh, Oklahoma City, where I had a heckler and just took him apart. I mean, just dismantled him literally.
Wow.
And after the show, they were like, "You should have headlined."
Oh yeah.
One of those, the headlines are going like, "What did you do? You stole my show." I was like, "I didn't mean it. I had to run with it. It was just going so good." And is it taped? No. Do I remember my memory? Yes, but that's about it.
Okay.
3 people that I know remember. It's like that's my greatest gig, but and he was a jerk. But I actually got the heckle line from Dak Raycon. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's still around. He gets I'm watching him. He gets a heckler, and the guy won't leave him alone, and he's been messing with everybody in the audience. And Dad calls him out. He goes, hey, you want to tell jokes? And he goes, you've been interrupting everybody. He goes, I'm a professional. He goes, I'm here. He goes, well, you know what? Get up here. You think you're so funny? Get up here. And the guy said, no. He goes, well, if you got the balls to get up here, shut the hell up. He said it the nice way. And I was going like, yeah. And everybody like, ee. Well, I got to that point. I did all that other stuff that he did. When I get there to Oklahoma, and I go, shut the hell up. And he goes, okay. So he gets up there, and I go, I've never seen this part. I saw the other part where
it didn't happen the other way. That didn't happen that way.
So the guy comes up to tell a joke. He's taking the time. The whole time that I had been up there, and he was picking on me, he kept going, nah. Every joke I said, he'd mess up my punch. I went, nah. Like I don't believe it, nah. So he's doing it the whole night. So when I got him up there, I said, okay, go for it. It's your stage, your mic, do the joke, And he's like standing there and he starts thinking. And so he goes, okay. And I go, nah. I said this here, nah. I did the same thing. And then he just like folded, and I got up there and I said, get that off my stage. And it was wonderful. In a nutshell, boy, it was much better when I was there. I'm going, my best story. Now looking like, oh, okay, big deal. They're like,
Rose, what was your first? Your first gig. Your first gig.
Why did everybody go
right there? Yeah.
There's certain things you don't escalate.
I'm so Thor.
It was Catholic.
It was after one of my smokes at 7 years old.
It was on the Guadalupe Network. No,
it was Catholic.
Well, my first gig, this was not a paying gig.
Then I don't want to hear it. I want to hear your first paying
Was
gig.
I had just months before gone through a divorce and moved with my kids. I mean, everything was just upside down. And my niece, God rest her soul, she tells me they're having a contest for America's Funniest Mom at LOL. You got to go. And she called me every day. And I said, I can't. You just get somebody to watch the kids. You got to go. No, finally, somebody says, you know what? I'll do. So I go. And I did pretty well, right? I even thanked the management for not checking for stretch marks at the door. And he really liked that. And I didn't win, but the owner asked me to come back, and I said, he goes, I'd love for you to come back. I said, no, I can't. Because I was thinking, just after a divorce, I'm going to go hang out in the club while my ex-husband takes the kids away from me. I just couldn't see the whole thing unfolding. And he looked at me like, you just told me no. But then my first paying is when we started going to Tech Space. Remember Tech Space? You came out there. He used to coordinate. There was
Roy Lopez.
Yeah, but it was
no, somebody else had that.
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
It was a Z something.
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez. A Z.
There was a Z in it somewhere.
Yeah, DZZ.
DZ something.
Jay-Z, Ray-Z, something like that.
Yeah.
He was trying to do a play off Jay-Z. And he had this place that we would all go to, and seasoned comedians were teaching some of us young people stage etiquette, how to get on and off a stage, and they would help us with jokes. And then they did like a showcase, and they paid us. And so I got a whole $10, and I was, I spent mine too. I think we went to Dairy Queen and had a drink going afterwards. I think that was my celebration.
Spent it on.
What was the most memorable gig you've done?
Oh gosh, I've had a lot of them.
We just need one.
Okay.
Tell us about that time you opened for that guy named Cleto.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, I've done that.
Or when you headlined that room.
Many times. The first time I headlined was like, it was just amazing. It was the first time the second time I did okay. I think the crowd was kind of weird.
The first time?
The first big headline at Mi Familia.
Oh.
Remember when that girl with the guy with the hat and Woody from Toy Story, and everything was just hitting right. The audience was good. The second time I headlined was good. I had a lot of friends and family there. Yeah. But there were some people that were sitting in the front that were just, I mean, just the vibe was just different. And so it went well, but it didn't go as well as the first time. The first time was, because the first time, is always.
I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that line? Are you having a good time? Would you tell your face? One of those audiences.
One of those, yeah. Most of the audiences have been great. I've always gotten good feedback, thank goodness.
The Woodlawn's doing something tonight, the heckle night or whatever.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I'm still amazed at that because I don't want to get heckled ever in life. Once you get heckled,
people
you're like,
sit around and just yell at you.
But to have them on purpose heckling, I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life.
I'd just rather go back to school and get
From a
paddled.
comic standpoint, like I understand the movie.
Keep you sharp.
But here's where it's gonna fuck them up. Is they're teaching their audience that goes to that club to be shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't, and because
Yeah.
I don't think they understand because they're not comedy clubs. They come from music, and I'm like, man, music is booking music venues and stuff is very different than comedy. Like, you have to
Absolutely.
train the audience in a very different way.
Yeah.
So I think that might bite them in the ass, but
There was a hotel in Houston, in Austin called the Driscoll.
Yes.
And they did an open mic and they gave you sponges to throw at the comics.
No, see.
Little sponges.
That's
That's
one place I
that's
didn't know
what's
it.
up. But we were hard up for stage time because we did the Velveeta room and
That was a
everything.
rough room.
And
Oh,
you needed sponges.
Huh?
And you needed sponges.
Well,
So
they had the
you
sponges.
get paid in sponges.
Now, if it was scrubber night, I would have gone because I need some of them.
Yeah, look at all the kids you
I
got.
don't know. But it's my first time.
Sanitized for your
Deece, what's your first ever paid gig?
my first ever pay gig, actually, so I was like a couple months in and I was hanging out at this comedy club. I used to work the door for him, work the light, soundboard for him and stuff. Just hang out at the clubs, best way to ingratiate yourself. And Carlos Mencia was headlining for the weekend. And
So you were there 4 days, gotcha.
He showed up and he showed up and did not have an opener. He was supposed to have an opener. And I was the only other person that had ever been on stage telling jokes in that club. And the manager just looks at me, he's like, you're going
You're
up.
it.
And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, how much time can you do? I'm like, I probably had like 10 solids, 16 bullshit, and he's like, we got to feel like 20, 25. Like, I went up there and said every premise I've ever gotten to.
Knock jokes.
Yeah. And I'm up there
Why'd
just
you chicken cross the road?
But I did the show and he's like, all right, well, he's like, what are you doing the rest of the weekend? I'm like, well, he goes, we got another show tonight. We got 2 more tomorrow, two Sunday. And I'm like, okay. And they paid $25 a show. So it was like,
Very cool.
100 and whatever.
Wow.
So whatever,
I'm
$150
impressed.
for the weekend. And that was it. So I got thrown to the wolves.
That's how I got my first
That's a good
headlining
one.
gig at River Center Comedy Club because the feature act, the headliner, I was a feature. The headliner went to the river, got drunk.
Yay.
By the time he got back was 10 till, by the time he got back he had 5 minutes of, the manager said, hey, we need you to stretch. And I said, okay. So I did my 30 and I probably did another 35.
Wow.
And then I was just like pulling everything. Pulling everything on my butthole. Like, spinning all this, doing everything like from when I first started. Little people. Everything. Yeah, just did crowd work. But I had them laughing.
Yeah.
And then the manager was like, you know what? Hey, you earned your headlining spot here. Next time I'll book you as a headliner. I saw what you did more than the 15 over. You did 30 over and you did it solid. So I was like, and I go, and he goes, and I'm like this, and he's talking to me and telling me this. I'm like,
I have to tell you.
I'm like, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah,
It was freaking me out. And
Put me in again. I can do it again. I can do it again.
yeah, what's the most memorable gig?
Most memorable gig. You guys been around. Did you guys ever work for David Tribble? He's a dude out of Northwest, used to do these Tribble runs, and they were.
I remember.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, that's been around forever.
Right.
and when I moved up there, I started working for him, and it was just. I mean, everyone's worked for him. Joe Rogan, Greg Fitzsimmons, fucking Dan Cummins. Everyone's worked for done these shitty bar shows, and it's just a run of these tiny. I mean, they pay, but they're trash rooms, you know. And he had this one room in Twin Falls, Idaho, and literally we got. And this is not hyperbole. It is just a skinhead biker bar, like fucking all. Like me and my homeboy Tony walked up the bar. We got there, and Tony is Greg Harris dude is like, hey. How's it going, guys? You guys here for the comedy show? And this dude just looks us up and fucking straight up Zig Heils us. Like, boom. And we're like, okay, this is going to be, right. And it's It's Tony, who's a Korean dude, me, Latino kid, and fucking the headliner is a black dude that's supposed to be there, but he's late, of course. And,
he was hung up somewhere.
Back to that.
Not a stereotype is always true. But so I'm like, this is going to be a fucking disaster. So basically everyone who was up on stage, the other comics were just trying to guard the stage the entire time because people were literally trying to fight the rest of us the entire night. Like, I mean, there was a guys in the back playing pool, and at one point, black dude headliners on stage, and he fucking has pool cue, and he fucking breaks us, and he's like, "Fuck this N-word, motherfucker!" He's like, just got pissed. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill this guy just because, you know." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I jump in the middle and try to stop this dude, try and calm him down, and then finally, these two big, like, corn-fed kids from Alaska, like big kids from Alaska, oil driller kids. They come up and they're like, "Hey, you guys are really funny." And he like pulls his coat aside. He's got a pistol inside. He goes, "You guys with us tonight. We're hanging out. You smoke weed?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "You do tonight." I'm like, "Yes, sir." Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So we just hung out with them all night, and like while these skinheads were just mad we were there,
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
That is crazy.
Now mine doesn't compare to that.
Crazy
I did mine at Pika Pika Plaza. I was asked to Adrian and I to do comedy at a quinceañera, and nobody was paying attention to us. But the check cleared, so it was okay.
Yeah,
it was not.
I had a train go through one of my shows,
Oh,
literally behind me. That's
we had that's
That was
bamboo.
probably him.
Oh, that's Joe. Joe, stop! Can you just wait?
You talk about what's your worst gig, you know, and all that stuff. Like I did a gig for a veterinarian convention in El Paso,
This is a true
and
story.
I was there, and I don't know who put this together, but they said, "Yeah, we want to go ahead and give this award." This is right before I go up. Give this award to Mr. Benjamin because his dog Rocky saved his life when he was on the mountain and he broke his ankle. And it was cold, and he kept him from freezing to death because Rocky laid on top of him. And in the morning, you know, he came. The hunters, I mean, the people, the rescuers went to see him. They thought it was a mountain lion eating him, so they shot, and the dog took off. Never found him. So we want to honor your dog, Mr. Benjamin. Rocky tonight. Everyone claps. Comes up. Yeah. I want to thank y'all so much for honoring my dog, Rocky. He saved my life and he was my best friend. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. And Rocky, I just want you to know I'm going to keep looking for you until someone tells me otherwise. I love you, buddy. I love you. Thank you, everyone. Sits down. Host comes up. Thank you, Mr. Benjamin. I know that was very hard for you to do, and we appreciate you being here and taking the time. Now, who's ready for some comedy? We got a guy from San Antonio, Texas, came all the way down here. He's going to go ahead and make y'all laugh. Give it up for Cleto Rodriguez. Not a dry eye in the house.
Oh, man.
I'm still crying. And I'm like, wow. And my opening line was, "Who likes the dog whisperer?" I can't say that now. I'm like, I was just like, this is not good. And I started my act, and it was like, what is this guy telling jokes for? We're still crying.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You
Saddest thing.
You know what? You had to bring that up. We just put our dog down.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
no,
I'm sorry.
that's funny. It's funny because you go, wow, we put our dog down.
I'm sorry.
Well, there wasn't nothing wrong with him. We just had pooping, barking, and all that stuff. You have to say,
Damn, doing them dog things. Bill.
Bill, you still here?
What was
And,
it? I think this is Bill's worst.
yeah, I know. This is the worst time ever. Note to self: never do another podcast with these three.
He's on deleting my
Bill's
number.
going, my goal is to get a turn to talk.
Oh, Cleto, look, I've been rolling on.
Oh, Cleto.
Cleto.
I even tried eating, and I
So,
still.
Bill, what was your worst?
Yeah, it's not the same without
I mean,
chili dog.
I haven't been doing it that long, so really it's been pretty good so far. Like, nothing really bad happened.
Till you met this group, right?
Yeah.
No, KKK, no Nazi.
Yeah, no gangs.
No dead dogs. No heart attacks. No nothing.
No wife waiting in the car. No. How long is this? I gotta run.
I actually think we need to.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Yeah.
as soon as Lynette walks in, we gotta go.
She's gonna call it.
She gonna walk in and light you.
She would too.
I know.
She
She's
would
done it
too.
already. So everything's just good.
Yeah, it's
I
been
want
pretty
to be
good.
Bill.
Yeah.
It's like, look at these faces. Look at these faces right here. All four of these faces right here. Look at that. Take a good look, Bill.
Like,
You still have time.
Yeah.
You still have
It
time.
doesn't always go great, but it's never been
Next-
catastrophic.
Right. Well, next time we have a bad show, we'll put them on.
Yeah.
If you can work, do you work clean at all?
Yeah.
Do you work
Yeah, he
clean at
does.
all?
I can, yeah.
Because I got a room at Mi Familia at the Rhythm. Y'all should come on.
Oh,
Do
for
some
sure.
time.
Yeah.
But it's clean.
No, I don't work.
Yeah.
It's Cleto clean.
Yeah.
It's,
That's so Cleto clean.
it's sanitized for your protection.
I did clean in your show the other night. So.
Yeah, you did. They both did.
Oh,
They
cool.
both did bamboo. And then the owners are like, they can do some dirty. But my thing is there's
Yeah.
a lot people bring
Because
kids.
it's a restaurant.
People,
Same
people
here too.
the owners are like, let
I have
him go, let
more
him go.
respect, and I have more respect if you could tell me, when I ask you, hey, can you do clean? I have more respect for you be telling me, nah,
Yeah.
I can't.
Because there's some
rather
people that can't.
oh yeah, I can. And then the first joke they're gonna F mothers. I'm like, oh, here we go. All right.
No, I'm not going to say
Right in front of the little girl and the old lady. I'm like, okay, here we go.
one of your shows you were not there. This was at Las Chiladas, and you said, Rose, be in charge. I hired this person who's not known to be clean, but
Right.
this person said they would do clean. I'm not going to say the name.
Yeah.
So the person came up there and they were clean to a point, and then they started doing like a little innuendo here and there, and then I heard, oh, so you guys like abortion jokes. And then went into that, oh, so you guys like
Well, abortion joke is
Yeah.
a clean slate.
yeah,
So.
I mean it's just like she just would do it underhand and then when they
Not
would
saying it.
laugh, then she would kind of they laugh. So so you like I don't know, sodomy jokes. I don't know, but it got really bad, and I was like, "Hey, well, thank you so much for coming to our
Appreciate
show,
it.
our clean show."
Yeah.
The irony here though, is Cleto's worked very hard to be very clean. Now, if we could just get him to work funny.
Well, it's it's a work in progress.
I'll
He's
get
too busy being a trophy husband.
I'll get there someday.
I'm
in no rush.
Yeah. You know what?
I haven't tried the George Hill Rudy.
Wait, check his A1C. Wait, check his A1C.
No, don't take it right now. I just had all that sodium.
I got to give him this. This is one of the most talented guys I know is San Antonio. I know from all over the country, but San Antonio, you got to come. Anyway, this hard-headed POS, we would rehearse stuff.
Point of sale.
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
Point of sale, yeah, point of view. We would do the skits, and boy, he would fight me on everything. I was like, Cleto, this is the way it goes. He goes, I don't understand what you're trying to do. I don't get the character, blah blah. He'd do all this actor stuff. Then he'd nail it, and he'd go, "Oh, now I get it." And I'd be like, I told you to.
So stop picking on Stephanie. I gotta be nice. I got a show in July. Headlining.
She is headlining, yeah. No, but
He would fight me on everything, man. And then he's the hero. I'm the damn writer. We're going back there.
and he's back there with a cigarette. He's like, and I'll be like, tell between my legs. Okay, all right, you got it. All right. And I would be like that. I would be like real excited, like, it worked. That was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on
He's like,
that $295,000 heart bill that I had.
see?
You know, it's interesting because you talk about the like almost like the generational comedy gap, if you will. But I think I remember I went back a couple of years ago. My wife was like, you need to go back to the way you used to do stand-up. You used to go in front of a mirror, you used to go open mics, you used to do all this stuff. You got real stagnant, you got real content with where you're at. And I'm like, yeah. And what's the problem? She goes, you have a style, yes, but you're not getting them like you used to. Now you're more storytelling. Yeah, I'm getting older.
Exactly.
She goes, no, but you need to challenge yourself. And she goes, go back to the open mic. So I went back to some open mics, and let me tell you, Louie, it was like crazy because I hadn't been an open mic in years, like 10 years at least, 15, something like that. And I hadn't been 20 years. So I hadn't been at an open mic in a long time. And I was at Tandem, I was at Chismosas, I was at these other little spots. But I recognized that, first of all, let me just say the comics that are out there, the younger comics, were so respectful. I mean, they really were. They were just like super sweet. And, this one young comic come up to me and goes, Mr. Rodriguez, can you watch my set and let me know what you think? And I go, you can just call me Cleto. Sure, Mr. Rodriguez, whatever you want me to call you. And I just thought, man, that's the best, and it was just really cool. But I got to know a lot of these young comics, and it was, and I've said this before on my shows before, that our comedy scene here in San Antonio is in good hands because there's a good crop of comedians coming up, and they got a fresh outlook on life, and I like that. And so
but
really
I think there is, you're right about there being just a good culture where no one is competing, everybody's helping. You want to be on my show, I see you, and I go, you know what, you're good, I don't know you, but I need your number, I want you to be on my, and there's a lot of that, of comedians helping comedians, and I think that is I think that's why the comedy scene is growing.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, well, their group and this group, and I don't like him, and I didn't think they were funny, and you don't get that here. Mm-hmm. We may all have different styles, but we respect each other for the crap they do. See, y'all.
Well, I
was just looking at him. I was just looking at him. He was looking at me. I'm like, what? What are you gonna say?
I'll just do it. I'm gonna book him at the Wild Turkey again.
Okay. Speaking of the Wild Turkey,
$10.
When I first started out, Bill, back then they had this thing called resumes. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but these resumes, you had to build your resume, and back then they had these things called credits. You tried to strive for a TV credit. That was back then. Now you can have a credit off of YouTube or whatever, and you're good. It's a different scene now. Yeah. It's a different. None of that matters.
We didn't have followers.
Yeah, we didn't have followers.
Yeah, you did.
They were stalkers. They were like stalkers.
Yeah. So you think was different kind of followers than it is now? You think it's easier to come up now? We got social media. You don't even have to. This is the thing I'm running into now. There's a lot of social media influencers that I notice that they're doing their comedy, but a lot of them are recycling jokes. Yeah. They're not comics. They want to be comics,
but they're recycling like old Paul Rodriguez jokes, Lopez jokes, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And back then you just didn't do that.
Yeah.
You came up, you didn't. That was called a hack. There's no more hacks.
Yeah.
And the difference is the people that wrote these jokes are not on the internet, so they don't know what's happening, and they're getting, So another comedian friend of mine was telling me that, that day's gone. It's a different time, because now it's like if you tell somebody or call them out on, hey man, that's been done, now you're a hater.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like you can't, it's like you're just jealous because I do it better than him or do it better than you.
Yeah.
And I was like, to me, it's like it lost its luster a little bit. I mean, it's you just didn't do that coming up. And we're doing a comedy workshop in a couple of weeks to, and I don't even, this is one of those things where it's like, if you don't know, I think a lot of these young comedians, and again, more power to them. I mean, they know how to work a camera. They know. One of my friends told me this story. He goes, I was doing this gig and I got so upset because they told me that this social media influencer was the headliner. And I said, okay, cool. I went up there and I rocked that crowd, man. I rocked it, standing ovation, everything. But when she got up there, man, they forgot all about me because they were there for her.
Yeah.
And they were her fans. So it's like the whole, hacky stuff and all that stuff. It's like, I think that's out the door. It's a new different vibe. And
it's like people sampling songs.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what it reminds me of. Like, yeah, that song is good, but you took a song from the 70s and you took clips of it. You made it your own, but it's basically clips of getting somebody else's beat rather than just your pure.
He said he's not writing material anymore. He's doing his old jokes
recycling.
Now, because now it's a new crop of people watching comedy now. And that makes sense because stuff I did back in the late 90s and mid 2000s can
but if it's your stuff,
it was my stuff. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, all day long. I'm gonna make the best stuff.
And then you're gonna polish it. It's gonna be different.
Yeah. Watch. I'm gonna bring all that stuff back.
We'll do the throwback.
I'm throwing it out
Throwback
there.
He's the third person that made that same speech. That's the bad part.
Yeah,
that same
I know,
speech
I
about
know.
it. We're doing shit over and over again.
No.
What's the matter with you?
I'm tired.
Wasn't that Michelle Obama's speech? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, here we go. So there she goes. And there goes our show, everybody.
We're out.
You just want attention.
Well, of course they do. That's why I'm sitting here.
That's what she would say. That's what she would say.
I have, when you're a certain age, you just have no shame. Like,
are y'all editing any of this?
I don't know.
Are y'all able to edit any of this?
He's like,
Okay, good.
It's too damn long for one joke.
It's too damn long. Hey, get the good stuff, Joe.
It's gonna be like this, to be continued.
Yeah, get the good stuff.
When you watch a good
we're on part 3, guys. We're on part 3 right now.
Hey, but that's not fair. It's not going to be all about me when he edits it. He's going to get the good stuff.
It's all about Stephanie.
Oh, there you go. You know what? You got to. Yeah, that's right.
Professional laugh track.
Anyway, I got to get going.
We all have to get going. So next gig.
Well, June. I'm doing now. Now I'm doing the June. What was the one you were doing in June? June 18th.
Both from?
Yeah.
June 11th.
June 18th.
It was June 11th.
Well, now this is June 18th because I moved it back.
So who's headlining?
Me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I need the money.
Yeah,
No, just kidding. No, I've done Rose because we didn't get the flyer out on
think
time.
they'd have enough time for me to
promote.
call people.
Because she got a good crowd last time, but I didn't think it was fair that she had 1 week to go ahead and get her booked in there. So we moved it back.
I'm promoting the 19th, even though I don't have a flyer. I've already done.
No, Lynette's got the flyer.
Okay, I'll tell her.
So just tell her.
So is it Juneteenth, June 18th, or June 11th?
June 18th for him.
June 18th
I'm
for me.
July 19th.
July 19th.
That's Juneteenth. That's a holiday, isn't it? Isn't that an official holiday?
No,
That's the 19th.
Yeah, but I mean, it's June.
No, June
July.
16th, right?
July.
I'm July.
July what?
July.
She said July.
80-40.
Little chubs.
Got it.
Chubs.
I don't want no chubs.
I'm getting the t-shirt now.
Chubs.
I'll sing for it. And I will be singing at this show, by the way.
Oh, good.
I'm doing
Oh, that'll be funny.
my
That'll be
OCD song
funny.
at the end.
Chubs. I don't want
No,
no
I
chubs.
don't want no chubs. I couldn't do that. My husband would walk
Well, I don't want
out.
to get divorced, so.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so next gig.
When does this come out?
When does this come
Yeah,
out?
when does this
I don't
come
know.
out?
I don't know. Ask Joe.
Well, I'm gonna be handing it over to you to see as far as what you want edited.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be a while.
Edit
Okay.
it. Let me know.
Well, June 22nd. So I run a monthly show at the Upstage Comedy Lounge. June 22nd is the next one. It's the Hilarious Comedy Show. We have comedians do a set, then we have them partake in things that our lieutenant governor possibly just banned, and then we have them do. And then we have them do
Oh, it's government night. I got
Allegedly, we
That
got proven.
ticks.
And then we have them try to do a set again. Keyword is try. It's the Hilarious Comedy Show THC.
you. First set, I'm gonna have to bring a birth certificate and ID. And
I like that THC. That's
THC
clever.
show, the
That's
Hilarious Comedy
clever.
Show. So we have,
I like that.
the comedians do a set, then they partake, and then they try to do a set again. So we do that once a month at Upstage Comedy Lounge. The next one's June 22nd. Go to deececomedy.com, check out my dates. I've got stuff all over Texas and doing Northwest tour in
And beyond.
August. So I'll be up there.
Yay, Bill.
I am doing June 15th. I'm at the Woodlawn Comedy Theater with Chris Fonseca doing a guest spot. And then June 21st, it's my 1 year anniversary of comedy. I'm headlining at the Artisan Craft Bar.
Hey, your anniversary.
Oh,
You
wow.
need to bring you a cake.
And
Now you know you
So you're headlining already.
I have once,
Okay,
so this will be the second time yet.
very cool. You headline 2Ds?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But all my
Pretty
dates are in my
special
bio.
going and stuff.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're
All
good.
my dates are in my bio on Instagram at Bill Williams Comedy. So
I got a birthday coming up June 12th.
He's got a birthday coming up.
And my pacemaker battery is good for 10 years. I'm going to try to outlive it.
It's right now set at 80-40. The decibels is at 80-40.
And if it goes out, he's going to be the first one with the power.
80-40. Oh my God, I'm not gonna let that one go. I might just text you, Louie, 80-40. Hey, down there, 80-40. I got an 80-40 chance of making it home tonight.
What's the rain chance tonight?
By the way, do you have a ride?
Yeah, I know. Oh no. Hopefully I do.
Oh wait, she's at the window. Leto's like, oh,
All right.
it probably is.
Bye guys. Y'all
Thank
take care.
you.
We'll see ya.
We'll do this again soon.